made Riker feel like such a father figure in the show to, you know, all of his crew and his crewmates?
Well, yeah.
That's a good question. I think that Roddenberry had written the character, I said loyal as one of the words, but he was also reliable, and he was also, I think, honest, and I think he had a sense of humor, and he had a certain amount of patience. But I think you could count on him. I wish, and I aspired, without being, all levity aside, I aspired to be like Riker when I became a father and a husband, and there was a lot of, he represented the best of all of us. Nobody could be quite that. But there was Roddenberry liked Riker, and Roddenberry inspired me when this is the oldest story in the book, I had to audition 7 times together, it was over 6 weeks, and eventually I used to go to Roddenberry's office before each new audition, and he believed so strongly in his vision of the future in which there would be no hunger, no greed, that sort of, I took it seriously. I was in the room with Corey Allen, a guy who did our pilot, and somehow I think I was less jaded or sarcastic or anything. I think it was in a point in my life where it changed all of our lives, that job. So having being a piece of that and a part of that was it's really paid off in many ways, emotionally and in other ways as well.
Thank you.
A very good question.
Hi, my name is Finn. This is a question for whoever wants to answer. How does it feel knowing your roles, the characters you play, will forever be loved and known by future generations? I'm only 17 years old, but I plan on passing Star Trek down to my future family, especially episodes with Data.
Data, everybody's favorite. I like this idea of Lady Data for you. I don't think it's too late. Did you see it?
Yeah, I think it's too late. I think just get your new cat and call it Lady Data or something, okay?
It's when you do that play, when you play Hamlet, I'll play Gertrude, okay?
That's a promise, all right. That's great.
So how do we feel about about being immortal? Yeah. Nobody said immortal.
No.
I didn't say it.
That's the X-Men or something.
No, but being known for future generations.
The next generation.
Like the next. Yeah.
The next generation.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. There was a man still with us. His name is Arthur Cohen. He is a really lovely guy who was the head of, I think, home video at Paramount when we were working there. And years later, I saw him at a function, and he said, 100 years from now, people will not know who, and he said this, I don't believe this, he said, people will not know who Marilyn Monroe was, but they will know who you were. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, no, there's something about this show that will just keep going and going and going. And maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong.
Okay, can I just do an antidote to that?
Yeah.
So, I went to France, and I bought a place in the south of France, in some little medieval village, okay? And I spoke French, but it was like this unknown little village. There were only like 300 people in the whole town and everything. So I go to the supermarket, which is just in the mall kind of thing, and I'm with my son. And my son goes, Mommy, look, there's your face. And it was the Star Trek pinball machine, okay? And I'm like, my heart just kind of beams a little, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And so we walk over, and I say to the guy, hoping that I go, so you just got this Star Trek pinball machine? And in French, he goes, yeah, shit, you know, we wanted Star Wars. So I kind of kept me humble, okay? For future generations, I'm okay, yeah.
I think you're just talking about like the next 600-700 years, though, right? After that, it's anybody's guess, really.
Thank you. Thank you for...
Thank you. Love you so much.
This is our last question, I'm afraid. Don't look at me in the eyes, I'm sorry. So everybody else, please sit down. This is our last question.
I'll try to keep it quick, but can't.
That's okay. What's your name?
My name is Kenny, and I just want to say that, you know, my dad introduced me to, you know, Next Generation when I was a kid, and, you know, I ate that up. I mean, the beard. I grew my beard because Riker's beard. I got very big.
Very
But, and, you know, I'm passing it down to, you know, my kid. She loves Lower Decks because she's 2 and, you know, cartoons.
Does she have a beard yet?
We're working on it. You know, give her time. But, you know, during COVID, my dad, you know, got the real COVID, got put into, you know, a coma, and, you know, I went to watch Next Gen like we do, and I saw an episode called The Bonding, which was probably the worst episode to see because it's about a little kid who loses his parents during an away mission. And honestly, when Patrick said this line, Picard, that no one's ever alone on the Enterprise, and that really touched me and helped me get through things. But anyway, my question is, I loved the last season of Picard. It was perfect ending. There's just one little complaint that I had, is that when the original Star Trek crew signed their names at the end of movie 6, I really wanted you guys to sign your names for the credits. Is there any chance that could ever happen in the future, or no? That's
well, when we finish the Legacy series, we're gonna all.
You better hurry. Wesley's a little bit too old to play his part soon.
Well, I'm actually going to do a little movie I call Mr. Fleischman. And
no, go on. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for coming out for the fans. Thank you for repeating your same questions at the last.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.